Hello guys, this is InfoRx. We are the tech experts. If you need tech-related information, subscribe our channel and click the bell button. Follow our social media pages. Okay, let's go to the topic. Vivo T3 Ultra review. Vivo has been on a roll after celebrating their 10-year anniversary last month when they launched their V40 series phones. After solidifying their position in the upper section of the mid-range, they moved to launch their T3 Ultra to capture the mid-range market they retained the design of their more expensive phones and tried to make an overall value-for-money device which will give you the experience of owning a pricier phone without breaking the bank. I put the Vivo T3 Ultra through its paces, and here's what I found out. Vivo T3 Ultra carries the same design as the Vivo V40 series. Vivo has adopted the "what ain't broke, don't fix it" mantra with the design of the Vivo T3 Ultra. They debuted the design that we see on the T3 Ultra on their more expensive line of V-series phones with the Vivo V40 series. If you are familiar with the in-hand feel of those devices, you will feel right at home with the T3 Ultra. At the back, you have a fairly prominent circular camera module with the Aura Ring flashlight and the flicker module baked into the pill-shaped module that extends down from the main camera module. We have the fairly simple Vivo branding on the back of the phone and the professional portrait text appearing on the top rail of the phone. The in-hand feel of the device is amazing. With the tall aspect ratio, curved display, and rounded edges, it is fairly easy to hold and slide in and out of the pocket. In our testing, the phone came in at 196 grams, which is slightly on the higher side when compared to other offerings in the mid-range segment. However, the phone is fairly balanced overall, and you won't experience a lot of strain when using it for long periods of time. The main differentiating factor between the V-series and the T-series when it comes to the build and design of the phones is evident when it comes to the material used in the phone. On the V40 series devices, we get Gorilla Glass protection on the back, while the T3 Ultra gets a plastic back, which has a matte finish to it, and with or without the cover. It is quite a looker. The plastic backing means that there is no wireless charging either. A missing feature, but not a deal-breaker given the charging capabilities of the phone with the included power adapter. More on that later. The side rails of the phone are made of polycarbonate material, which is also common in mid-range phones, and I honestly did not miss the metallic housing, which we see in more expensive devices during my time using the phone. The phone has two color options, forest green and lunar gray. We got the forest green variant of the phone with 12 GB RAM and 256 GB storage for review, and the phone is quite a looker in the green colorway. It does not pick up a lot of fingerprints or scuffs when used without the cover. All in all, the build and design of the Vivo T3 Ultra has a nice premium feel and finish to it, given its obvious resemblance to the more expensive V40 series. You get the worth of what you are paying for, and maybe a little extra when it comes to the overall feel and finish of the phone. UI and performance. In terms of the UI, the Vivo T3 Ultra is fairly decked out its share of modern smartphone essentials with a tiny sprinkling of AI features as well, which is nice to have. AI has been a buzzword floating around the tech world across categories, and Vivo did not miss out on boarding onto that train with the implementation of AI features on their latest phone. There are two prominent AI features that are limited to photography applications. They are AI Erase and AI Photo Enhance. They work well for what it's worth and earn the phone the AI tag that brands are hunting for these days. Vivo T3 Ultra comes out of the box with Funtic OS 14, which is Vivo's take on Android 14. During the setup process, you are presented with the option to download some apps that are bundled. You can skip that, and when you are on the phone, it will be relatively bloatware-free. There are two folders titled Hot Games and Hot Apps, which are bundles of recommended software that Vivo is pushing on. However, you can simply remove those two folders too. Get rid of a lot of clutter from the screen. As for the apps, which are there on the phone from the get-go, they are LinkedIn, Truecaller, Snapchat, Myntra, Amazon, Netflix, Finip, Facebook. I don't mind having these preloaded on the phone. However, giving a cleaner slate for the users to start with makes the experience better overall. Unlike many other phones in this and lower price brackets, Vivo has decided to keep the user experience free of advertisements, so that is a plus. I'm someone who daily drives an iPhone, so switching to the Android side of things took me a day to get used to. But once I was back in the groove, it was smooth sailing throughout. As I mentioned earlier, a cleaner slate to begin with would be nice. Overall, FunTech is nice to use and fairly easy to get used to. Display is crisp and does well in most scenarios. The display on the Vivo T3 Ultra is fairly color accurate and will fare well for most people when it comes to content consumption. The phone comes with a 6.78 1.5K 120Hz curved AMOLED screen with 4500 nits peak brightness and HDR10+ support. When put to the test, the phone recorded a peak brightness of 983 nits of peak brightness and 9 nits of dims. It is fairly bright for day-to-day use, and in bright sunlight, it is fairly legible. The text is crisp and the visuals also look great. For the most part, it did struggle a bit in darker scenes, but in ideally lit ones, it was great. Camera is Vivo's prowess shining through with the Vivo T3 Ultra coming to the cameras. The Vivo T3 Ultra packs a 50MP primary Sony IMX9-1 OIS, 8MP ultrawide, and 50MP selfie 4K video recording camera. The camera fared well for the most part in well-lit conditions, but failed to capture the details that I would want it to in dimly lit conditions. This is the new Vivo T3 Ultra, or as we like to call it, the Vivo V4O Pro Fin Edition. It's got nearly all the same features as its high-end sibling, the same processor, display, and battery. The design is almost identical too. The main difference is that the T3 Ultra doesn't get the fancier camera hardware and ditches the Zeiss partnership, which helps keep the price down. But is it worth the price, or should you splurge on the more premium V series? In this article, we'll compare the two options and help you decide which one is right for you. Vivo T3 Ultra camera. Let's start with the camera because let's face it, Vivo is known for its impressive camera tech. The Vivo T3 Ultra packs the same 50MP Sony IMX9-1 main camera with OIS as the Vivo V4O Pro. You also get an 8MP ultrawide and a flicker sensor designed to reduce flicker in videos. Years of security updates, so we would have liked to see Vivo match that. Vivo T3 Ultra design-wise, the T3 Ultra is almost a carbon copy of the Vivo V40 Pro. With symmetric curves on both sides, it feels great in hand. At 7.58mm thick, it claims to be the thinnest phone with a 5500 mAh battery. But seriously, who's asking for thinner phones? A bit more thickness usually makes phones easier to hold. Still, Vivo nailed the design balance. The T3 Ultra looks pretty sleek and is also lightweight. That means you can keep those long chats going with your girlfriend without a wrist ache. The camera module is also straight from the V4O Pro, but it works. It looks cool, almost like a bottle opener that adds to the overall design. Vivo's choice of subtle colors is a nice touch. We have the frost green variant, which has a refreshing minty vibe, but if you prefer something neutral, there's a gray option too. The frame is plastic, but the buttons are very tactile and easy to press. The glass back features a matte finish that resists fingerprints, though it is slightly slippery, a minor issue easily solved by using the included case. Finally, let's quickly talk about battery and charging. The Vivo T3 Ultra supports 8OW fast charging, and the charger comes right in the box. You can go from 0 to full in just about 52 minutes, and with a 5500 mAh battery, you'll Get around 9 hours of screen time on mixed use, which is really good. And even though some competitors offer faster charging, this setup ensures you won't be scrambling for a charger often. Performance. Well, performance is the whole foundation of the Vivo T3 Ultra. This smartphone's identity revolves around being a performance monger. The MediaTek Dimensity 9200 chipset is a powerhouse and, quite frankly, an overkill for a sub-$30,000 smartphone. It makes you wonder what was going on in the minds of Vivo's product team when they were deciding on the processor. The Dimensity 9200 crosses 1,600,000 on Antutu benchmark, which puts it on par with entry-level flagship smartphones. This, along with 12 GB of LPDDR5X RAM and up to 256 GB of UFS 3.1 storage to keep up with the chipset and maintain steady performance, the T3 Ultra also gets a 4,200mm square cooling system to efficiently dissipate heat. The phone gets 5G, as abundantly evident from its name, Bluetooth V5.3, Wi-Fi, GPS, and a Type-C port. On the battery front, the gets a 5,500 mAh lithium-ion battery that claims to offer a runtime of around 65 hours. With 800W fast charging, the phone also promises quick charging speeds. Vivo T3 Ultra display. The Vivo T3 Ultra comes with a 6.78-inch AMOLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate for 180Hz touch sampling rate, Scott Sensation glass protection, HDR10+, and 4500 nits peak brightness. Better specifications than the OnePlus Nord 4. Those who follow my reviews know that I'm vocal about curved displays. I'll always choose curved screens over flat ones, and the Vivo T3 Ultra offers a curved AMOLED screen that gives almost a bezel-less experience. Running on Funtic OS 14 based on Android 14, the Vivo T3 Ultra offers extensive customization options. However, it is somewhat marred by bloatware, including unwanted apps that cannot be removed. The promise of 2 years of OS updates and 3 years of security patches is a welcome addition. Performance, fast and responsive, powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 9200 Plus processor, the T3 Ultra stands out in its price range. Benchmark tests reveal strong performance, with the device handling multitasking and gaming smoothly. While it excels in everyday tasks and casual gaming, prolonged gaming sessions can lead to noticeable heating. Cameras. The Vivo T3 Ultra features a 50-megapixel Sony IMX9-1 sensor and an 8-megapixel ultra-wide lens. In daylight, the primary camera captures good detail and color. Low light performance is decent, but some noise is evident in darker areas. The ultra-wide camera struggles with washed-out colors and edge distortion, while selfie performance is commendable, although HDR capabilities could be improved. Battery life. Solid performance with a 5,500 mAh battery. The Vivo T3 Ultra offers decent battery life, lasting up to 1.5 days. With moderate usage, it supports 80W fast charging, reaching 100% in about 55 minutes. The Vivo T3 Ultra delivers a compelling package with its premium design, vibrant display, and strong performance. While it faces tough competition from brands like OnePlus and Realme, it stands out as a solid choice for those seeking a performance-centric mid-range smartphone. If you're looking for a device that balances design, functionality, and price, the Vivo T3 Ultra is worth considering. Thanks for watching this video. For more updates, touch with us, comment your opinion about this video.